morning. Let's get your first look at the forecast right now at 6 o'clock. Meteorologist Tracy Butler is here.
Yeah, very good morning. So let's talk about the storms that are out to our west right now. Live Doppler 7 Max, nothing here. But as you can see on the radar, we do have some areas of thunderstorms approaching Peoria right now. Still a ways away from Chicago, and I continue to watch these storms weakening as they do move to the east. As we look at our high-resolution forecast model, well, there you see the storms continuing to weaken, but still some showers that do hold together. But watch what happens after about 9:30 this morning. We start to get some isolated thunderstorm activity popping up as we get toward 11, toward noontime today. So it's very humid. A lot of moisture available out there. We'll talk more about timing coming up. Roz?
For the moment, Stevenson has the highest travel time. It's over 40 minutes from the tri-state on in, and we still have delays on the tri-state. Northbound at Everett, all lanes are now open, but still sluggish approaching that area from the earlier crash. Bigger delays on the Eisenhower. That's where Chopper 7 HD is.
Roz, protesters are about a half hour from boarding buses in Chicago headed for Springfield. They are rallying for school funding from the state. Our Jessica D'Onofrio is live in East Garfield Park this morning. Jess?
Judy, people will start boarding buses here at Westinghouse College Prep in about a half an hour. We're still waiting for those buses to get here. They should be here any minute, but they are headed to a noon rally in Springfield. Their main message today, fairly fund public education under state law. It is now $1 billion in the red, so today the pressure will be on Springfield. Reporting live in the East Garfield Park neighborhood, Jessica D'Onofrio, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Jess, thanks. The head of the should help lines move even faster.
And today, police in the western suburbs are questioning someone who may lead them to a robbery suspect considered armed and dangerous. Investigators say tour of Asia at the G7 summit in Japan. He joined other world leaders that hit 3 states with 12 tornadoes, and more strong storms are on the way for them.
Look at the 7, Tracy.
Well, good morning. And here's what I'm watching, and I've been keeping tabs on this since I came in early this morning. A line of some showers and some thunderstorms that continue to progress eastward. Now, let's turn to Live Doppler 7 Max a little closer to home to show you that there is nothing occurring near us right now. As we do take a look at our high-resolution forecast model, it continues to show any thunderstorms weakening as they do move east. Now, as we get closer to 8 o'clock this morning, still probably a few lingering showers out of that cluster. But then later this morning, there you see around 10, 11 o'clock, most likely there will be an isolated thunderstorm or two that could produce a heavy downpour. Our temperatures now are in the 60s this afternoon. Those numbers are headed well into the 80s around the area, and it is going to be very warm and humid today. Roz?
We're going to coming off the ramp from northbound I-65 to westbound 8094. I just checked with Indiana State Police. There's really no lane blockage there. Not right now. They may have to once they want try to tow that thing out of there. On the Illinois side, we've got building traffic everywhere. Stevenson is over 40 minutes from the tri-state on into Lakeshore Drive. That will be your heaviest delay. And we've got delays in both directions on the Eisenhower approaching Des Plaines because of the crash on the outbound side, most of it on the shoulder, but 35 minutes in each direction. And we'll have a full rundown of travel times for you in the next update. Judy and Terrell.
All right, Raza 609, a thorn in Hillary Clinton's side just got deeper. The government says it warned her about the...
Now, from Chicago, you're watching Judy Sue, Terrell Brown, weather with meteorologist Tracy Butler, and Roz Barron's traffic.
Keep away.
Yeah, ABC7 political analyst Laura Washington is here to talk more about it. Laura, good morning to you.
Good morning, Laura.
So the State Department comes out and says that Hillary Clinton knew she should not have been using her personal email. She was warned twice about the dangers of it, and her aides chose to ignore it. What does this do to her campaign?
It's not good for her next Tuesday.
Okay.
Not a lot of time left to do anything.
Yeah. Okay, Laura Washington, thank you so much. Always appreciate you being here.
Good to have you. Appreciate it, Laura.
It is 6:14 right now, and protesters marching right now in the western suburbs. What they want and where you may see them today. That's coming up.
Also,
And good morning, and our bus stop forecast this morning. As of right now, you do not need the rain gear. We'll keep an eye on some thunderstorms that are in western Illinois. A little patchy fog around the area this morning. Complete forecast, it's coming up.
So, thank you.
Andy Cohen, Susan Lucci, and the winner
Today at 9 on ABC7.
Weather and traffic. Tracy is here.
She is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Hi, Tracy.
Reporting for duty. Fortunately, we don't have any rain or storms out there now. So right now, I emphasize that as we do take a look, live Doppler 7 Max, showing you the here and now. And once again, scanning, no, nothing yet. And I say yes because let's show you what could be on the way. Now, the good news is much of this does continue to weaken as it does move to the east. I've been watching that very, very closely. But here's another line of thunderstorms that's setting up, as you see, approaching Davenport, moving through Galena right now. So our forecast model continues to show that area that's around Peoria lifting northeastward and weakening with some showers getting into the city probably between about 8 and 9 o'clock this morning. However, as we get toward the latter part of the morning, I still think there will be some isolated thunderstorms that do develop, and any of those thunderstorms could contain some heavy downpours, similar to what we had last night. You look at the storm reports, numerous reports of the heavy downpours, strong gusty winds, tree damage around the area. We even had reports of some hail around the area, too. As you can see around Warrenville, some fairly large-sized hail was reported there. And then the rain, and boy, did it come down. In a quick period of time, we had reports of 1 to 2 inches of rain in the city, down back through the Naperville area, into DeKalb, even up through Northbrook. You had as much as 2 inches of rain that fell there. Storm Prediction Center does have parts of the area under this marginal risk for any thunderstorm to become severe. It would be isolated in nature, but still, we do have that risk present. 68 degrees right now at O'Hare. AccuWeather showing that the wind is out of the south-southwest at about 10 miles per hour. 65 degrees in Antioch, 69 degrees right now over at the lakefront. Skies becoming increasingly cloudy around the area right now. It's kind of hazy, but you can see still west of LaSalle, still west of DeKalb is where we're finding those showers and some thunderstorms too. Our future cast into the afternoon brings in these isolated chances of some thunderstorms. You know, it's this summer-like pattern that we often find ourselves with when you can feel that humidity building, and therefore sometimes we get those thunderstorm chances that just pop up. Rather hazy out there this morning, some isolated thunderstorms coming in kind of later in the morning. Partly sunny, very humid, real warm. I think our high temperatures today are going to make their way into the upper 80s. Ross?
We are hearing about some metal debris on the North Avenue entrance to the outbound Kennedy, but really the Kennedy is one of our best expressways. We do have a crash off the expressways in Libertyville. It's on Lake Street, just west of Milwaukee Avenue, so be cautious driving through there. Quick look outside at the Dan Ryan, the Ford coming in from the south suburbs. Judy and Terrell.
Okay. Thanks,
Ross,
Ross.
thanks.
It is 6:22 and coming up exclusive at 6:30. Hear from the young woman saved when her cell phone blocked a bullet.
Also this morning, and it's new, a report shows just how common it is for people to get into high security areas at airports. What it says about Chicago.
How about first, AT&T?
And today's Tech Bites changed to AT&T's prepaid plan.
Customers with time off. And those are your Tech Bites.
Have a great day.
And at 6:25, today we are starting a new chapter here at Channel 7.
Our longtime colleague, Ron Major, signed off the anchor desk last night right here with a grand farewell. A lot of ABC7 coworkers filled the studio last night thanking Ron for his years of service. And we weren't the only ones. Take a look at this on Eyewitness one day.
Yeah.
I just have to tell you that how he is on TV is exactly how he is in person.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Oh, by the way, a lot of people gave Ron a bunch of Hershey's Kisses. They left them in his office.
In his office.
Just want to let you know, Ron, that we have already started to pilfer those kisses. He hasn't even been out of the building for 12 hours, and we are taking chocolate
grabbed some,
out of his office.
We were hungry this morning. Thanks, Ron.
Yes.
So this evening, you will notice a few changes on the anchor desk.
Yep, don't worry. We still got you covered with experience you can trust. Alan Kraszewski anchors Eyewitness News at 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. And then Rob Elgis is the new co-anchor at 4 o'clock with Linda Yu.
All right. It is 6:27 right now, and one of the world's top celebrity couples calling it quits. That's coming up.
Also this morning, and it's
We're watching some thunderstorms moving through Peoria right now, also still west of LaSalle. We'll talk more about the timing of all of this, and that is going to be coming up as we start another mild day. Roz?
We do have a situation just off the Kennedy Expressway with a truck stuck under the viaduct on Cicero at Sunnyside. And Chicago police are asking for traffic control right at Cicero and Montrose. So definitely avoid that area. We can see the Kennedy.
I know. Bottom of the hour here. Let's check in with Tracy to see when that rain is going to arrive, Tracy.
Well, the thing is, right now, it's still quiet. So if you're getting on the road at this point, no weather problems to contend with. But this is a live Doppler 7 Max, and you can see still west of LaSalle, showers and thunderstorms out that direction. Quite a bit of lightning, but even with that, I am noticing that aspect of this even weakening. And as we look at our high-resolution forecast model, this updates fairly frequently. So I wanted to share this with you because it still shows these storms in a weakening state this morning, but some isolated storms possibly developing as we get toward about 10, 11 o'clock this morning. So we will keep you updated. Ross?
Applications for the had a few incidents here and there. Right now, IDOT has a couple lanes closed on the outbound side of the Eisenhower, right around 25th, with some debris right by the exit ramp. So until they get that cleaned up, it's adding to the already heavy traffic in that area. We can take a look outside at the Dan Ryan.
Laura.
That's right, Terrell. They're calling this the fight for $15 an hour for all McDonald's workers. And if you can take a look behind me here, you'll see all these people breaking down their tents, paid time off. But everyone I've spoken to here says that's just not enough. They want that $15 an hour guarantee, and they also want to be able to unionize without retaliation. Reporting live from Oak Brook, Laura Podesta, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Laura, thank you. A federal court in Chicago today.
Push for guardrails.
The mother accused of giving her daughter a knife before a deadly stabbing is expected to appear in court today. And now new this morning, an investigation finds your airport is not as secure as you might think.
Federal records show fence breaches at Chicago airports are more common than the city's aviation department is letting on. Tanja has new information from the Alert Center. Tanja.
Terrell and Judy, an Associated Press investigation has found people climbed over or even crashed cars through security fencing at both O'Hare and Midway at more than twice the rate disclosed by the city. Alarmingly frequent, however, the breaches happen on average once every 10 days at one of the 31 major airports that were studied. Terrell and Judy?
All right, Tanja, thank you so much.
7 Max, and you can see how there are showers and thunderstorms approaching western LaSalle County right now. The leading edge of this, fairly light, but here as you get closer to the city, all is still very, very quiet. So again, LaSalle, Mendota, you're still dry, but you do have some rain that is going to be moving in. These thunderstorms continue to be in a weakening state. You can see when we look at those lightning strikes, the lightning is decreasing in coverage area there. Our temperatures this morning are mainly in the upper 60s and right around 70 degrees. 70 degrees in Pontiac. It's 68 degrees at O'Hare. It's 64 degrees right now in Westville. So this morning, now if you're catching your school bus, let's say in Mendota or Earlville or LaSalle, you may need to take the rain gear with you. But if you're here in the city and closer in, you're just going to see rather hazy conditions here this morning. This afternoon, our high temperatures should get well into the 80s. Isolated thunderstorms are going to be possible really at any time today. Roz?
We can see expressways, and we've got reports of a crash in the south suburbs in Riverdale at 142nd and Halsted. But I want to go to our Waze map because it's times for you. Judy and Terrell.
All right, Ross, thanks. At 6:38, buses rolling out of Chicago at this moment with school leaders on board. The message they are taking to Springfield next.
In just a few minutes, happening right now, buses headed to Springfield from Chicago. Protesters want state funding for students. Jessica D'Onofrio joins us now live from the East Garfield Park neighborhood with more on this. Jess?
Judy, CPS CEO Forrest Claypool is headed to Springfield this morning. He joins thousands of people from around the state trying to put pressure on lawmakers. Parents, so today will be a day of action. Reporting live in the East Garfield Park neighborhood, Jessica D'Onofrio, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
Jessica, thanks. This morning is under investigation.
It is 6:43 right now, and a sign that Google is getting serious about those self-driving cars.
And transgender rights.
Good for you. Coming up next.
Get ready for
for some deals and steals all under 20 bucks?
Ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Good, because this morning, Tori's bringing it.
Can you beat that?
All under 20 bucks, up to 81% off. Really great deal this morning.
It's a good one. It's a good one.
Only on Good Morning America. Today.
We're getting our bods ready for the beach. Watch Ryan get Manscaped live on the show. And ladies, see how to lift like a girl and tone up those muscles. Plus the baby.
Hey, it's 6:45. 68 degrees outside. Got another warm one. I'm actually getting a tan, apparently. I found out in the makeup room this morning.
Yeah, you've been out in the
Things
sun.
are getting a little darker here.
All right.
So, yeah, it is definitely that time of year.
Google moving to the heart of the auto industry to develop its self-driving cars. The tech
Spell it. Terrylyd.
Lytic. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Really?
Ding! You got it. Yay.
You get 40,000?
You're smarter than a first grader, Tracy.
Yeah, wow. Good morning. Live Doppler 7 Max. I'll stick to the meteorology of it all. And here we take you closer in because I want you to see this rain is just beginning to nudge its way in toward LaSalle County. As we broaden it out a little bit, you can see. And this is general rain right now. Should be in Peru, LaSalle, as well as Streeter and Ottawa between about 7 and probably 7:30 this morning as it continues to move to the east and northeast. Here's a broader look at the radar, and I want to show you what I'm really keeping tabs on. This northern branch continues to weaken as it moves east, but I'm watching this line of thunderstorms, and so far I'm not seeing it weakening. I'm seeing it strengthening, if anything. So let's take a look at our high-resolution forecast model, and as you can see, it continues to move areas of showers and thunderstorms through Chicago as we especially get between 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock this morning, and a few embedded thunderstorms in that as well. Now, this afternoon is going to be warm and humid. Based on that, I still think there could be a few isolated storms around. Of course, we had those storms last night. We had the heavy rain. We had strong winds. We had hail that was reported too, and then there was the rain. 1 to 2 inches of rain was common last night with some of those storms. Well, severe threat today, it's a marginal risk. So isolated risk that a thunderstorm could be strong to maybe severe here. 68 degrees right now at O'Hare. AccuWeather showing the wind out of the south-southwest. It's 65 degrees in Gurnee, 70 in Whiting, 70 in Morris, already 71 degrees in Plainfield. So we are seeing those skies becoming a little more cloudy. It's kind of hazy out there. Showers approaching LaSalle and moving toward Mendota here shortly. As we focus on the afternoon, once again, you will notice it feels very summer-like, very humid. So because of that, I'm going to keep that isolated thunderstorm risk in the forecast here this afternoon, too. Rather hazy this morning.
Okay, Monday looking good.
Yep. Okay, cool, Trace. Thanks. Roz?
Terrell. Craziness on the road, starting with some pretty high travel times. As you can see, lots of congestion out there on the expressways. And we've got some problems from the storms last night. We've got some high-standing water in Roselle that has closed a section of northbound Gary Avenue from Lake all the way up to Central. That's because we've got some ponds on either side and a lot of overflow there. So we did check with Roselle Police. The northbound side is definitely closed. We can take a look outside at the Dan Ryan. Hearing about a multi-vehicle crash in the Moni area on Governor's Highway. Now, this is a 4-car crash. They're calling out a box alarm. It's on Governor's Highway at Moni Manhattan Road. I mean, it was just coming. We're just getting the information, so we didn't have enough time to get it in the graphics.
Got it.
But I want people to know about that. All right?
Check back in a bit, Roz.
It is 6:51, and new this morning, actor Dustin Diamond back in jail. The former TV star through a legal dispute, you might remember, in Australia. Amber Heard broke the law by bringing their pets into the country without proper documentation. She and Depp met while working on a movie. Heard says she wants spousal supports.
Boy,
yeah.
Weird turn of events there. 6:52. Several states oppose the White House's latest move involving transgender rights. The new move coming up next.
And 7 stories on this Thursday. New York police are investigating a deadly shooting at a concert venue. This happened just minutes.
Terrell, I'm a lot closer to the McDonald's Lodge. That's where the annual shareholders meeting is being held this morning. Take a look at all of these people. earn paid time off. But all these people here say that's just not enough. They want $15 and they want a union. For now, live in Oak Brook, Laura Podesta, ABC 7 Eyewitness News.
All right, Laura, thank you. Right now, thousands of protesters from across Illinois are headed to Springfield in a fight to approve more funding for Chicago public schools. CPS Road.
All right, got it, Roz. Thank you so much. World Redhead Day today.
Ooh,
yeah.
okay.
So show some love to a redhead if you see one out
Throw
there.
on a wig.
GMA coming up next, everybody.
Andy Cohen and Susan Lucci. Next live. Thank you.
We're getting our beach bodies ready. Ryan gets Manscaped live. And ladies, see how to lift like a girl and tone up those muscles.
It's Good Morning America.
We did say Good Morning America.